Look at the uniformity of these fired bricks. The drainage system is just remarkable.
It truly is. We have a clear seal here.
Depth at 42 centimeters.
5,000 years ago, the legendary powers of ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia had a formidable yet entirely unexpected rival. This was Mohenjo-Daro, a Bronze Age metropolis in present-day Pakistan. At its peak, the city housed 40,000 residents within a highly structured urban environment. The engineering remains a standard for the ancient world. The city features grid-patterned streets, multi-story brick homes, and a complex system of plumbing and sewage. A layout this precise requires extensive trial, error, and societal evolution. Infrastructure of this scale typically takes centuries to develop. When R.D. Banerjee first discovered the site in 1922, it presented a significant chronological problem. This timeline illustrates the anomaly. Around 2600 BC, an era known as the mature Harappan phase, the record shows a sudden, vertical spike to a fully formed urban grid. There is no pre-existing developmental data leading up to it. This lack of evidence created the myth of the sudden city. Researchers were left to explain how a society could bypass the normal stages of urbanization to build a masterpiece seemingly from scratch. This academic challenge persisted for a century, until a recent UNESCO-led excavation actively questioned the established timeline. To find the source of the error, the team shifted their focus to the western section of the ruins, near the Stupa Mount. In 1950, this exact location was the site of an excavation led by the British archaeologist Sir Mortimer Wheeler. Wheeler examined a massive mud brick structure surrounding the mount and identified it as a flood barrier, built to protect the mature city from the Indus rigor. Because of Wheeler's influence, his classification remained the standard record for 75 years. Accepting the flood barrier theory at face value masked the true origins and the actual age of the site. During the recent joint U.S.-Pakistani excavation, a team led by Dr. Asma Ibrahim and Dr. Jonathan Mark Knoyer reopened Wheeler's original trenches. The team used deep soil coring to penetrate beneath the water table, examining the layers of earth directly underneath the mud brick structure. They found that Wheeler's structure was actually a multi-stage city wall that had been continuously expanded and reinforced over time. Beneath the wall foundations, the core drill pulled up older Cote-Digi pottery. Radiocarbon dating of this strata pushed initial construction back to 2700 BC. Tracing the deepest settlement layers determined the site's urban roots stretch back to 3300 BC. The Sedin city was an illusion. Mohenjo-Daro appears fully formed only if you fail to dig deep enough into the city's early layers. This 3300 BC date aligns Mohenjo-Daro's timeline directly with its sister city, Harappa, showing that both urban centers were evolving in parallel centuries earlier than previously recorded. The team also investigated a secondary timeline anomaly. During preservation work in 2023, workers near the stupa uncovered a pot containing 5.5 kilograms of copper coins. These coins date to the Kushan period, between the 2nd and 5th centuries AD. They prove human occupation and bustling trade at the site centuries after its widely accepted date of abandonment. The documented lifespan of Mohenjo-Daro has been expanded in both directions, proving it began centuries earlier and remained active centuries later than historical records claimed. This chronological record replaces the theory of spontaneous architectural genius. The city's scale is the result of generations of continuous human planning, adaptation, and urban evolution. Correcting the historical record doesn't always require finding a lost city. It just requires questioning old assumptions and digging a few feet deeper.